Hello everyone. Recently I purchased an avital 2101L keyless entry system for my 2015 Jeep Wrangler JKU, and I installed all the door actuators and the wiring harness. I bought it from A1 Electronics, and a lot of it came pre-wired, pre-assembled, and the problem I had with it was that it would automatically lock the doors when I turn the key on, automatically unlock the doors when I turn the key off, and if I wanted to, once the engine was running, if I wanted to unlock the doors, I could unlock it on the key fob, so you'd have to hunt and find the key fob, which is kind of a pain. And then once I unlocked them, let's say I picked someone up and got going down the road again, if I got into a sketchy area and wanted to relock the doors, it wouldn't relock while the engine was running from the key fob. So there's no way to relock them. So I wanted to add a manual switch, a manual master switch, to unlock and lock from the inside of the vehicle anytime I want without the key fob, regardless of the system. But I couldn't do that with the way the system was wired from how I bought it. And I got very little support from anyone. They didn't want to talk to me because I wasn't a dealer. And just very little help. So I scavenged YouTube and the internet everywhere to find how to add a manual master switch inside to control it at the same time as the keyless entry. I toyed around with it and blew a lot of fuses, but finally figured it out. And I wanted to post this because I couldn't find it anywhere on YouTube. For anybody that wants to add a manual internal switch to their avital 2101L keyless entry system. So here's how I did it. So off the alarm, the only wires you're going to need coming from the plug out, of course on the plug, you'll have your red hooked up to full-time power and your black hooked up to full-time ground, like always. That powers the unit itself. Then there's some other wires on there, just like horn honk output. You'll use that if you want to. Flashing lights output, you'll use that if you want. Dome light supervision, you use that if you want. But other than that, as far as the keyless entry part, if you want to do a master switch with it, all you need are coming off the plug, the blue-black wire and the green-black wire. Okay? You need to buy a set of 2 outside relays, automotive relays, and bypass the onboard relays of the keyless entry brain. So what you'll do is you'll take your blue-black wire coming off the alarm plug, you hook it to 85 on the unlock relay that you designate for the unlock side. The green-black wire, you'll hook to 85 of the lock relay that you have. Okay? The only other wires you'll need to use at all, other than the dome light supervision and those, coming up the alarm plug, are the violet and the violet black. And those are usually wired together. It came on positive when I got it, but disconnect that, and you'll run the violet and violet black to a ground. Okay? Also on the ground, you'll have both 87As on a ground. So you'll have from the alarm plug, your violet black, and your 87A to each terminal, all on ground. Okay? And then the remainder of your relays, you'll have 86 and 87 on both, hooked up to a positive fused side. And then going to your door actuators, you'll have a green and a blue, and you'll just do the green on the lock terminal 30 output, and the blue on the unlock terminal 30 output. And then for the 5-pin master switch that you'll do, you'll run a ground. You'll tie only this center pin in on the ground. You won't use the next 2 legs at all. And then the top pin of the 5-pin switch, you'll run to 85 on the lock relay as well. Tie in with this one. And the bottom pin of the 5-pin switch, you'll run and tie into 85 on the unlock relay. And that's it. Works like a charm. You can use your master internal switch anytime you want, and the key fob and everything works perfectly and no blown fuses. So if anybody's in the same predicament I was in, that's how you do it.